Hello everyone, welcome back to this sewing channel. Today we are going to make an adorable handy feminine kit. You can put inside whatever you want. We don't need to hide anything because we have an adorable kit. I use false leather and you can make it without the bias tape as well. And in the linen fabric I use waterproof fabric, so it's easier to clean. We have two vinyl pockets inside. One has a zipper to keep your stuff inside. Our handy feminine kit, we are going to need a zipper, plastic snap, vinyl for our pockets, heavy interfacing. I cut it 1 centimeter smaller than the main fabric, and some linen fabric 1 centimeter bigger than the main fabric. I'm using false leather for the main fabric and I'm using canvas waterproof fabric and some bias tape. On this handy feminine kit I will give a special touch with a special bias tape. I'm going to apply faux leather bias tape. I just cut it a strip measuring 2 centimeters. Let's go start it. First we are going to get our curved ruler and we are going to make our corners round. I have a video on the channel how to make this ruler and I will leave on the description below if you want to watch the video. I'm going to use the 4 centimeters curved and I will round all the corners with the same curve. Now I'm going to trim off all the excess and I'm going to find the middle of both parts as well. Hold on. I already have the middles here. Now we are going to work on our pockets. We have 2 pieces of vinyl. One is bigger than other. So the smaller one, it's going to be where we are going to apply our zipper. So with a stripe of false leather or bias tape, you are going to apply like this here, and then we are going to sew it on the zip. So how we can do it on the easy way? For beginners, I recommend to use double tape. It's much more easier. So you are going to apply the here. Now on the middle. And now we just need to apply it on our zipper. When you are going to apply the zipper, make sure you don't leave the zipper showing under the bias. Okay, you need to make sure the zipper doesn't show up. Now we are going to do the same thing on the other pocket, like this. Now we have our two pockets. We're going to leave this. With our lining, I fold it in half and I will find the middle. And now we are going to measure from our middle half a centimeter for one side and 1 centimeter for the other side. We are just going to do a little dot here. So 1 centimeter from one side and half centimeter for the other side. So half centimeter for one side and 1 centimeter for the another side. Lining fabric facing up, the pocket without the zipper, on the dot we did with 1 centimeter, we are going to apply it there, like this, and now we are going to sew all over around. I always leave the lining fabric bigger because in this part, for beginners, it's easier to sew and you have sure the lining is not going to be missing. To make sure this is not going to do this when we are sewing, what I'm going to do is give a little stitch here and here, and then I will sew all over. Okay, now our pocket is fixed, and now we are going to sew all over. This one is all sewed. Now we are going to apply our zipper on half a centimeter. So you need to make sure the edges are all aligned. So now our zipper is fixed. Now I'm going to sew all over. Now I'm going to trim off. Now we are going to apply our heavy interfacing in your main fabric. You can apply some glue spray. I'm just going to use double tape. So we have heavy interfacing. This have the glue part. If it was a cotton fabric, you should just iron it. But I prefer to use faux leather. All fixed. We are going to put our linen fabric front face down and our main fabric face front up. So we have the middles, so we are going to match the middles together. and we are going to pin. Now we just need to sew it all over. I like to sew it with the main fabric up because the lining fabric is cut a little bit bigger, so it's easier to sew it like this. Now we are going to trim off. Now we are going to apply our bias tape. So for beginners, I will advise you to find the middle of the bias tape and apply the double tape here. And now we are going to put the edge on the middle of our line. And let's fold it and clip it. So on the corner, I will not advise you to put the double tape because the bias has some elasticity, and if you glue the corner when you're going to pull, it's going to be harder. On the beginning, I round the corner because in the end, when the bias cross together, here it's going to be more perfect, the ending. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe the channel. Turn the notifications on so you can be notified for the next video. Here I'm going to leave the video how to make the curved ruler. Here I'm going to leave another quick and easy sewing project. Thank you for watching and I will see you on the next video. See ya!